For a time, I was in deep study to be a dominatrix. I thought that my calling was to heal men of their shame through sex or through sexual contact, although not necessarily having actual sexual intercourse. And it turns out that I had not visited my own wound of the man inside me, but I am left with some good costumes. I wear one today. My message today, though, is not necessarily about my masculine wound, and I'll link below where I talk about how all of us, men, women, gay, straight, however you identify, all have a polarity of masculine and feminine. And so it is absolutely how you ascribe to those opposites within you that bring forth your gold. Or it gives you the wound that you need to heal. But again, I will link that below. What I want to talk today is about the gift that is your wound. Welcome to Body of Truth. I'm Rebecca Windsor. Body of Truth was born after years of suppressing every negative voice and my own intuition and my gut churning to make peace. In that artificial peace, my marriage ended, my son left for college, and I was left to rebuild my life from scratch. In that period of rebuilding my life from scratch, I realized that I needed to make fundamental changes. There were a lot of lies that I was just living out in my life. So the first thing I did was I got quiet and I allowed the voice of my intuition to emerge. I got really clear about what I wanted and also what I didn't want, and found out that the reality of making these changes is a physical one. That in order to make these changes last and stick, you need to bring them up and through your physical body again and again so they anchor within you, so that you can call forth these changes and they become a muscle memory of repetition. And once you are proficient and you have this muscle memory, your life will have already changed. And your outsides changes will reflect the inner changes that you've made. I hope to stir you to inquiry of yourself. You listen to your own inner voice. So today, it is so important that I share this to you. I am compelled to share it with you that your wound is your gift. Now, it needs healing. It needs care. It needs attention. But once you have done that, and it will also never stop giving to you. It will also never stop completely hurting. You will never completely heal from it. But you will first of all, you will gain some distance as you start to heal it, which is important. It's how you will be able to glean the gold. But the very wound, the very thing that you feel shame for, that you feel holds you back, I will tell you, on the flip side of that same coin is what will lead to your freedom. I used to be extremely ashamed of sharing. I thought that what I had to say wasn't worthwhile, and I certainly was unworthy to share it. Now, I know that sooner or later, the right person at the right precise time is going to hear this. And I feel like now, in the context of the world as it is, now more than ever. Because if you have been battling that voice inside, it is time to let her out. It is time to look at that wound. It's time to stand in it, to stand the pain, to face it, and to start to heal. So what I was ashamed of, my need of attention, my absolute familiarity from the character of the Breakfast Club, who acted like a wacko, like she wanted everyone to stay away from her, but then dumped out her purse and invited everyone, begging them to give her some connection. That was me. So it's like, don't come near, but I'm desperate for you. And now I know that I'm using those gifts to share with you, to not be ashamed that this is what I am coming out and wearing, that this is part of my past, and to know that it was my wound that drove me there in the first place. And it was an ego's trip. It was not a true gift. Listen, I do believe that there is healing and there is release within releasing the shame that is inbred in us around sex. But what I was doing was simply covering up my own masculine wound by thinking that I needed to dominate men in the real world. And nothing could have been further from the truth. I needed to address my own inner male wound. And now I don't feel that need at all. I'm supposed to bring healing in a different way other than my physical body. This is a big one. Hard for me to share, but truthful. And I will always tell you the truth. I hope you found this useful. I implore you today, you don't have to sink into your wound, but touch it. Because I promise you, just on the other side of that pain is freedom and gold. I wish that for you today, and I hope that you got something out of this, that you'll share this video, subscribe if you like. I upload every day, and I will see you tomorrow.